Welcome back, folks. And what do you get when you get an unknown director, an unknown writer, a couple of small-time actors, and you put them all in a zombie movie? What do you get? Actually, a pretty good movie. Okay, so today we're talking about The Returned. Zombie movie. Kind of cool. Actually, it's one of the more deeply written ones I've seen in the last about decade, honestly, since George A. Romero came back with his Land of the Dead. Now the thing about this movie is, and the thing about a lot of zombie movies that I like to think is that, zombie movies are great, but they have to have something to them. They have to have, something underneath the surface of just gore and violence and, dead guys walking around eating people for the sake of dead guys walking around eating people. There has to be some kind of purpose, some kind of tone, some kind of undercurrent that, makes the movie relevant. Like with the original Dawn of the Dead, 1969, with George A. Romero, it was his criticism on the Vietnam War. Of course, we all know, I'm sorry, Night of the Living Dead. Wow, I fucked that one up. Yeah. Night of the Living Dead was a criticism on the Vietnam War. Dawn of the Dead, of course, takes place in inside of a mall, which was George A. Romero's, of course, little slap at consumerism. And, of course, we have Day of the Dead, which is, kind of hard to pinpoint what that one was about. But, either way. This movie takes place, I guess, a few years into the future, a few decades into the future. They don't really clarify. I mean, you can pick it up through the movie. There's, little tidbits here and there that give us a certain timeline. I just wasn't paying that close of attention because, honestly, it kind of bored me. I'm not gonna lie. For a zombie movie, there was surprisingly, extraordinarily little zombies in it. Now, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're gonna say is that, well, Deadman, look at The Walking Dead. It's all about the drama and the characters. And no, you're right. But when it comes to a movie where the word zombie is used so often and so much, and there's, tidbits of things thrown in and flashes at you, you gotta give us something here. Alright? You gotta give something to the viewer. But anyways, I digress. The movie apparently takes place a few decades after a zombie apocalypse happens. Decades, years, I don't know. So far, they found some kind of weird miracle cure. Well, it's not a cure itself. What it does do is stave off the ability to become a zombie. So thus, people that have been returned need to have a dose of this drug once a day. Pretty cool premise. And actually, not a bad little, poke at the diabetes industry. Really think about that. But going on, we meet, of course, the main star. He is returned. He's a music teacher. His wife is one of the returned activists, and they stockpile this drug by whatever means necessary. They bribe whoever they need to bribe to get the drug to keep the husband alive. That's all well and good. You know what I mean? Going through some, seeing the supposedly upright or, model couple going through some very illegal means to get this drug, kind of, again, it's very poignant. I like that. I like that a lot. While it is slow-paced, very slow-paced, and trying to reel you in emotionally, it does have that layer of writing underneath the tone of zombies that I really do like. Including, as the movie goes on, we get to see some other folks that take themselves a little bit too seriously. The Minutemen, I guess you would call them. And, I guess acts of terrorism. People who have a chance to come back, these guys show up with guns in the hospitals, whether they be, men, women, or children, and put two in their head. That's, again, that layer of writing that I really like to see in a movie. It is actually really thought-provoking when you really think about it. It has this, this deeper meaning towards the healthcare system of, instead of trying to look for a cure, we're looking for a treatment. And I really did like that a lot. A lot, a lot. I liked it a lot. Now we get to the bad stuff. Okay. The bad stuff is this. It's well acted. For the most part. It is well acted. Some of the lines are delivered a little bit stale. I mean, where they were going for something a little bit more, you know, packing a punch. You know, the wife is speaking in front of a committee, and she kind of like goes off on this fat guy. It gets the point across. However, it lacks in the sense that where there could have been some real drama built up, or an actual, you know, reason for a lot of things in this movie existing, she just kind of turned into mega bitch and shut this guy down, which was kind of funny, but in the end didn't really lend itself to her acting credos. The gentleman, the guy who plays the husband, again, actually really well acted. Don't know the dude from A Hole in the Wall, but hey, he can act. He has some really powerful scenes. I'm not going to go too much into the plot because honestly I do want you guys to check this movie out. It's on Netflix now and I want you guys to give me some feedback. So, blah 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 blah, all of a sudden we find out that the medicine that they use to stave off the zombification, I guess you could call it, is made from the deceased zombies, so you know, the ones that are dead. So if you aren't fewer means fewer and fewer medication for the ones that are still alive. This is where we actually get to see the acting, and that's why I bring it out now, is because we actually get to see a lot of a more social commentary about what people are willing to do, how far people are willing to go to get things done, to get this supply, because all of a sudden we're running out, and if we don't get that shit once a day, we turn into zombies, and then boom, zombies become, you know, a threat again. And it does suck because, you know, there are some really emotional parts in this movie that actually kind of make you sit down and go, shit. I mean, I know they're poking fun at the order of guns, the banning of the order of guns, and they're poking fun at the health industry, but there's also, you know, this really awkward moment where the main couple and another couple are sitting down talking about the Returned, and it's kind of one of those things where you're like, yeah, I wonder how the hell I would react to that, because you know, that's just something that has to be, you know, questioned. I mean, you know, I really do like that this everyday life crap gets shoved in here, and it's not shoved in here so awkwardly or painfully that we're sitting there going, oh fuck, just get the scene over with. But everybody in the movie actually really did their parts very well, except for some key scenes. Writing is on par. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. So let's get to rating it. Acting, not bad. On par with a good movie. There are, like I said, like I keep saying, there's a few scenes that kind of just really jolt you out of it. And the reason I keep saying that is because it really should be a flowing, or it should be, you know, some really good dialogue, and it just comes off stinted, or it comes off where the guy just can't get the proper words out. And, you know, it's one of those things that kind of ruins one or two scenes for me. Especially the one in the garage towards the end of the movie. That one was a little bit hard to swallow. It's like, come on, really? Really? This just happened, and the best you can come up with is a whimper. Anyways, direction. This is where the movie, unfortunately, falls back into this unknown category. The direction should be top-notch, and it should be, you know, for somebody's love baby or somebody's love child, or for something that really put a lot of effort into. The directing itself fails miserably, and it fails in the pacing of the movie. It fails in being able to draw out the characters, being able to give a good backstory, and it really does actually even fail as certain parts of, I don't want to say tone, but definitely, like I said, pacing. It's really disappointing in that aspect. Story. Killer story, killer writing, epic. I love it. I really do like this movie. I really do hope you guys check it out. It is one of those movies that I really recommend because it is clever. It is enough of a story to keep people that really want to, get into this interested. And it really is. It does have zombies in it. It does have some gore in it. So don't, just shut it off right away and be like, fuck this. Nah, there are some zombies. There is some gore. Even some really good gore actually in one scene. But I'm not going to spoil nothing for you because I want you guys to check this movie out. I'm going to try a rating system now. I'm going to see what you guys... I want to see what you guys think. There's going to be 4 levels. The 4th one, starting from the bottom up. The 4th one is pan it. Pan this movie, pan everybody that had anything to do with it. Fuck this movie and its inception and creation and anybody who looks at it in the wrong fashion or in a favorable fashion. Pan it. That's like the worst of the worst. That's like can't get better than that. Can't get worse than that. Sorry. The 3rd category I want to say is stream it. Wait for it to get on Netflix. You got the account. Don't spend any extra money on it. The 2nd one is rent it. Redbox it. If you still have any other kind of, rental services out there, like the Blockbuster one, or I think Gamefly even has some movies. Maybe. Rent it, good movie. It's worth the $2 to spend on it, in other words. And the top one is see it in theaters. Or if you can't see it in theaters, buy it. Blu-ray it, DVD it, whatever else you got. So, this is I'm gonna do a little bit of a test on this one, and this movie, with everything taken into account, with the acting and all that stuff, I would honestly say stream it. Wait for it. It's already on Netflix, but if this were another movie, like I rented it and I was talking to you guys about it, I would honestly say wait for it to hit Netflix. Cool movie, really cool night in. With a couple of beers, but interesting enough, really good writing, but just not overall strong enough to, give us what we want. But anyways, thank you for watching. Stay tuned, folks. And I don't know, do you guys want me to bring back the zombie survival tips? Kind of on the fence about that. I've been, working up a gamer rent because some things recently happened within the gaming community, and I kind of tweaked my nipples a little bit, and in a bad way. So I don't know. Do you guys want to see more zombie survival tips? If you do, please comment below. Let me know. And and stay tuned, folks. See you next time.